Hey guys, Jeff here, and welcome to the biggest project I've ever taken on this channel. It's gonna get real loud here real quick. Crane's here. Time to install a beam today. Good. Jesus, mother of God.
Okay.
This is a 1974 raised ranch, and it's gonna be my forever home. I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little intimidated. This is gonna be kind of weird. Yep, try to keep, hold on, ho, ho, ho! In this video, we're gonna talk about how we put in an 800-pound beam so we can get rid of all of the rafters, all of the trusses, so we could vault the ceiling and create an open concept living space. All right, guys, welcome to my, my new open concept living space. Now, in case you haven't seen it, we did a video, live actually. My son and I, we actually tore out all of the interior walls. We rebuilt the exterior walls where the windows were and reframed all that. You can see on the floor here, this is the outline of the old kitchen, all right? Now, I got kitchen, living room, dining room all in one. And here is the height of my ceiling. This is a 12-foot 2x4. My ceiling is almost 13 feet tall. So once we vault it, we're gonna have this massive space. And the plan that my designer gave me is to throw a couple of really huge skylights in there. So we've got a lot of framing to do. On this drawing, you can see the back of the house. A little bit more than 1/3 of it is gonna be bedroom and bathroom. This whole space here is kitchen, dining room, living space, all right? And right now we're standing about here. When you're getting plans like this from the engineer, they're gonna include a lot of this kind of information, okay? So concrete footings, how we did our post and beam to carry the load, and what all the different beams and all the different posts are, and how to build them, what the structure are, the fasteners, all the details, the structural steel elements to tie everything together. It's all in here, all right? So when your inspector comes, they're gonna just look at the finished work and go, is this there, is that there, is that there? Good, you did exactly what the engineer said, and it passes because engineers trump inspectors. But what you gotta do is know how to read this. So, for instance, here we have 2-point loads. And in the previous video, we discussed how we did that, right from the concrete, making the footings, building all that together. So you watch that if you want to learn. But then we have 2 points. So the beam is completely unsupported except for both ends. So that wall over there and way over here on top of my header beam, okay? My job is to take a 26-foot beam, set it on my garage, slide it into position, and then hoist it up to make contact with my roof, to pick up all of the weight, so we can then cut out all the trusses. We'll do this all one at a time, and then we put in new rafters made out of 2x10 so that we can get a proper R value with our spray foam up in that ceiling. Thing that's missing here in all these drawings is how to go from this to finished beam. The engineer doesn't tell you that. So the plan is really simple. We've got two 2x4s on the vertical, 12 feet long. Nailed together and nailed to the floor 24 inches apart on the outside diameter. And this is important. We got a laser level. So we got our line on the floor all the way up through the trusses where we make our contact. And we're gonna be using 2 7/8 structural screws to tie our rafter to this stick. At that point, this piece of lumber then picks up the load from the roof, okay? So we can disengage the top of the truss to make room for our beam to come in. And this is something we duplicate over and over and over again. Now, the 2x6 goes also on here on the back side of this board, and it creates an L shape. And we nail that together all the way up on each side, every 3rd truss, okay? Now, the first roller I'm putting on the right side of the truss because as it's being lifted in, it might be pushing like this into the room. So I just wanted to give it a pushing against the truss and not just the fastener kind of a scenario. I'll get this on my laser line. There we go. And it doesn't come out the other side, which is awesome. Okay, one down. There we go. This is the basic system here. Just a recap. Every 2 feet, we've got structural load support to pick up all the existing trusses. Look how deep those little things go. That's the cool part about this truss. Something like that. Yeah, a little bit wider. You're only about 4 inches past the lumber right now. Good. You can head north. You can just like make a round cut and head up.
All the way?
Yep, try to keep. Hold on. Ho, ho, ho! Okay, I want your blade flat through the hole, not on an angle, because you cut halfway through the framing lumber now. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Get on this line here with your blade.
Yep.
Keep the blade flat to the 2x4 and listen for my words. Now you're on the number, yeah. That's a good cut line. That's a good cut line.
Okay.
Okay, that was about 6 inches. A couple inches at a time, you're good line. You're good? The line is good. Just cut right up. Another 3 inches. Okay, now, yeah, finish it up. Perfect. Got it. And there you go. All right, we now have a hole.
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Now, that is plenty big for this beam, right? We got room to maneuver. This is cool. This is big enough. So now all we got to do, Matt, is build our contraption on the roof. So we'll just build it like that. 1 and 2. Yes, I do. So we're going to try to do a little bit of Egyptian engineering, only they didn't have drills back in the day. It's going to look something like this, okay? And then the 2x6L coming off the side of it. Everything will be attached to this plank so it won't roll over. Okay, and let's put 2 under you. Okay, yeah. All right. That's the way to do it right there.
Boom. So I measured the height of where our beam is going to get slid into in the ceiling. And now I'm just building a little cross brace and a platform for this thing to sit on at our desired height. I put in toe-nailed a couple of screws into the side of these 2x6. And the goal is to be able to put this, I don't need my phone there, is to put this thing in here. So I'll do this. Something like that. Let's see if Jeff taught me anything. Skaboosh. We measure our 16 for the beam. Ooh. Boom, right there. So this line is representing the height of all of our rollers. I've measured out 16 inches on the tape, and that is the height of our beam. So if we drill all of our holes with the top of the hole intersecting each line, then our beam should be able to slide in down this line all the way with about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch to play to the top of each roof truss. And we got that all built up and ready to go. We're going to remove the soffit so that we can put in a couple of supports here, because when we eliminate this roof truss, we'll have about 2 feet spanning of roof not supported. So we got to put a couple of stilts in, tied into these 2x4 here, just to carry the weight while we throw the beam in. mean, so that now if there is any weight, that's going to be carried by that, and we'll be okay. Sweet. Okay. So we got the laser line on here, ready to go. We got the roof kind of supported if we need it. And now we just cut off this bit and get it ready for our LVL beam.
It's gonna get real loud here real quick. Okay. Crane's here. Time to install a beam today. 800 pounds, 26 feet long. You good? I think he's got to pretty much lift his crane straight up, swivel it all around, and then bring it down through the trees over here somewhere. Hopefully we don't have to do too much clear cutting of the branches, Matt.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, hopefully the homeowner doesn't mind losing a couple of branches. I mean, we already knew it was going to happen, so it's not a huge deal.
All right, you're on the roof.
See you on the other side.
See you on the So that's cast aluminum.
That's right.
Wow.
So Jeff, talk to me. How you feeling?
I'm be honest with you, I'm a little nervous. You know, I mean, my whole life's been a series of firsts, but this is the first time I've ever done something this crazy without 20 guys on the site. We really are biting off a big chew here. That was really stupid English. We're really chewing off a big bite. Yeah, there we go. You know, like it's only two of us. It's 800 pounds. I'm curious to see how this is going to go. Worst case scenario, we got to go to the store and buy a winch and drag it into the house.
Oh.
It takes the weight of the whole truck off and puts it on those four corners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go.
See the map start sliding though?
Yeah,
A little bit.
that's fun, eh? Here. I'm going to go back down in a minute, but I just wanted to see him clear cut through my trees. Oh.
We're all spread up out here.
Yeah. Can you hit that first one?
I did earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all done now.
All right. Cool.
So.
When it starts spinning there, Matt, there's a point where it could get a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't want you to step in and try to
I'm not
stop
gonna
it from spinning.
try to touch anything. Yeah.
The system for you is if you think it's spinning too hard, you just say back the other way, right? Put on the brakes, you can say.
Okay.
And then I'll know.
We're ready for it, man. It's Mother Nature gave us a bit of a surprise this morning with the rain on the roof, but I mean, everything should be okay.
She's holding off now. That's
It's
nice.
all pretty straightforward stuff. It's kind of fun though, because we've never done this before, so.
Okay.
Come to Papa. We got to keep going your way.
Tell him straight back.
He's pushed over too far. Okay, he's missing it altogether, Matt.
Okay.
There we go.
Gotta go to you. Oh,
Up,
gotta go straight up.
He's got to go up.
You gotta go up.
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Now you gotta go that way. That's good, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, he's got it.
I'm liking that.
Okay, we're touching. That's fantastic.
The strap on the right hit the roller.
What?
The strap on the right hit the roller on the very edge. Just make sure the straps aren't pinched under on the rollers.
Okay, we're touching one of the braces on the inside. We gotta go back out, recorrect it, and then slide it back in. You wanna go tell him that?
No, I'm not getting what you're saying.
Okay, so we're touching braces. We're poking braces. So we gotta pull it back out, spin it a bit.
Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, there. That's good.
Okay.
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 So just see the very over there.
Yeah.
Tell him to go in about 6 inches to get that strap off the metal.
Gotcha, okay. So we're going in here.
6 inches.
Yeah.
Good.
Watch
Oh,
it, wa-
Jesus.
Okay,
Mother of
okay,
God.
okay. That's all right.
Okay, down. Perfect.
Good. This is like slow down, like slow on the way down, slow on the way up.
All right. You got it in.
I think that one's self-explanatory.
Now,
And
he's
then,
thinking he can
yeah,
get
this is
one
like
more
fast
touch.
up and fast down or
So
something.
did you want to go?
How about we try to push it first? Because if we don't have to use them, then I think we don't.
Okay.
Right?
How's the first one?
So do we want to laminate a 2x4, nail it down, and then try to slide it?
Yeah, grab the gun and the board.
Okay.
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 Let's just give this a pull and see what happens.
Go. Yeah. Ready?
No, that's just twisting it. There's not enough nails.
Okay. So we're touching one of the rollers.
We're good. I got great clearance.
We're not on the roller though. If he starts to go with it, that end's going up and that one's going down, and we won't catch that roller. You know what I mean?
We're just gonna take the weight and give it a. Let's just take the weight and give
So
it
we
a
just got
shot.
to slow up and then we slide it.
Really slow. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going this much.
That's the one.
That's the one there. Okay.
And a
Are we
little
touching
bit,
that roller?
one little bit more. We're good.
Are we touching that roller in there?
Yes.
Okay. A little bit.
There we go.
That's perfect. Right?
Yeah.
We're happy with that?
I'm on 3 rollers inside now.
Okay.
If he can keep going,
Well, if he can, yeah.
we're good.
Watch yourself.
Okay. I think just let's stop that.
Okay, that's good.
Hang on. Okay, now down.
Okay, now down. Perfect.
Beautiful.
This guy's a beast.
Not his first rodeo. Didn't even break a branch.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? All right. All right.
Okay.
Okay, we're done. We're clear. Oh. Almost took out our camera. All right, we're good. Just wave them off, eh?
We did it.
Yeah,
All right.
we're good. Pull back. No more. Yep. I'm good with that.
That was less
less dramatic than I was
exciting than I
expecting.
thought, but
Less-
that's kind
that
of
was
what you want in that
Very, very
situation, so.
anticlimactic.
Hey man, beam is in. I think
Hey,
that's
you know
a
what?
success.
I'll take uneventful any day of the week.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That's just one good plan executed to perfection. Loving this.
Nice. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is sweet. Hey, I'm gonna take that 2x4 off.
Okay, here, I'm going to the other side to help you.
Yeah, let's pop this off. Okay, hold on. This board's got nails in it. And nails are down, we're good. Okay, hold on. Hold on. This is fun to get camera on this. Look at you, you're a beast.
It's kind of light, actually.
Isn't that amazing?
That's just a really good planned out.
That's just really good science right there.
Here.
That's absolutely insane. Do they all go that smoothly?
Not all.
No, because I was able to slide that in myself. That was crazy.
Well, this guy got it in a lot further than we expected.
Oh,
to,
I know. Yeah.
So from a scale of 1 to sketchy.
Your plan was better than most pieces.
Really? Yeah.
You had lubed up the places that had to slide.
Yeah.
I've showed up at places lifted a beam in at over 2,000 pounds. No rollers, no lubrication on nothing, and they just
Really?
fight and fight and fight.
I'm really pleased.
Yeah, that went slick. Your hole was a good size.
Yeah. We got about an inch of clearance at the top now, so we just got to car jack it up a little bit and then nail it in, and we're good to go.
Smooth like butter.
Is there? Nice.
Just
Because I'm looking like 5 feet out here.
okay. It's okay if it goes too long. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's just push until you hit the depth of your just on the inside of the sheathing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you're looking for.
Okay.
All right. So give her a heave.
You ready?
ho.
Yep.
All right.
Ready to go.
Here we go.
It's okay if it twists. We can straighten it out after. And again,
Yeah, I'm just getting on the inside here.
changing position. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Bertha. You big bitch. Oh. Okay.
Okay. About another 14 inches for me. Okay. 1 second. How
Yeah.
far are you sticking out now?
I am almost at the inside of the sheeting. I got about 7 inches to go, 6 inches to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Okay, so we have an issue.
Uh-oh.
The beam is too long.
How much room until that roof truss?
I got about 2.5 inches.
Okay, how about we get it all the way, and then we reassess.
Okay, because
Okay.
we haven't cut this part out.
All right. Listen,
Right.
I can move it millimeters at a time here. So let me know when I'm touching, and then we'll reassess.
I'm just saying, like, we might as well just cut this section out like everything else and pick up the load of this one as well.
Okay, what's that one being held up with right now?
Well, right now it's just part of the roof, right? And once we get this post in, it carries.
Do you think we have to brace it right now, or just cut it out?
No. I think we can just cut it out.
All right.
It's the only one that's loose in the whole roof,
Cut it out?
right?
Yep.
Okay. Sawzall.
I'm about,
Thanks,
you know what?
Joe.
I'm probably like 3 inches.
Really?
Let me push it all the way and then we'll see.
Let's make contact, and
Okay.
then we'll throw up a scrap piece of lumber.
Okay, let me know when I'm touching.
Go ahead. And that's it.
Yeah, we need like an inch.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. You want to come up here and look? So this guy goes in, but we need to get to about here, I think.
Oh, no. See this here?
Yeah. Oh, we want to be on the inside of that.
That's your line.
So, yeah, 2 inches.
So I need to get to like whatever that is, like another inch.
Okay.
So I am definitely picking up that next rafter.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just cut it out and then we'll go from there.
Sweet.
Gentle push, please.
Okay, do we have a marker for how far we're going?
No, but we can always push it back as
Okay,
well.
so I'm eyeballing it just to the edge of the rafters, right?
That's fine.
Okay. Here we go.
Yep. That's good. Okay.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm on the inside of the sheathing by half an inch.
Yeah.
Should I pull it back?
I think what I want to do is
I think I do.
put a straight edge on that. Let me come down. I'll put that 6 foot level under it, and that'll give you an actual position to rest with.
I'm right there. I'm perfect, no?
Yeah, that's pretty damn sweet. I think we just go with that.
Okay.
So what we want to do then is put a marker. Matt and I just finished pushing the beam back in so that the edge of this beam is flush with the sheathing of the house, okay? So now our goal is to get our posts in place on both ends. And all we're gonna do to do that is I've got 2 rigs set up with car jacks, blocked in so nothing can move around, all right? We're using 4x4 posts, set on the disc, and we're gonna set this right in the middle of the 4 lamb, somewhat square and level and straight. And then we'll just jack them up till we make contact, and then we can jack them both together simultaneously the last 1.5 inches until we get this right in a perfect location. Real quick, these things work. You put your rod in there, you turn left to release the hydraulics, you go right to lock it so it'll lift. They're both set position right now. And here we go.
So we're just gonna make contact first, right?
Just contact first. Okay, I got contact.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now, we'll just do 1 full pump. So go perpendicular with the handle. Matt, we'll go perpendicular.
Okay.
And then we'll 1 full pump down.
Okay, ready? Slowly.
Yeah,
Going up.
yeah. And you see that? Now it's carried the beam and it moved.
Okay, I'm touching.
At the ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going up now.
Why are we moving so much, Dad?
I'm just finding the sweet spot.
Okay, communicate with me, please.
Okay, I'm all the way up, making contact with the roof now.
Okay, I think I'm touching too.
Are you touching on both sides?
I think so.
Try pulling your beam left and right and see if it has a wiggle.
No wiggle.
Okay, let's go down here and take a look. Okay. All right, you definitely contact on that side. There's no contact on this side. Okay, so we're gonna wanna pull it over here a little bit and give it another shot. Okay, give it another crank. Keep going.
Yeah, that's touching.
Touching on both sides now.
Yeah.
We got no wiggle. Okay, now for good measure, I want a little bit of crank till we hear something go, eh. We want to hear,
Okay,
we want to hear the lift.
I just heard a little bit there, but we'll go a little bit more. That's good there.
Yeah, okay. And so what we're looking to do here is we're trying to stretch the house just a little bit so we can get our post in, because no matter what we do with our post, it comes on an angle. So because of the thickness, the point to point, right? It's longer than its final resting place. So adding just a little bit of oomph on this.
That's good there.
I heard some creaking. We're fully engaged now. Now what we want to do is we want to take a measurement from the sill plate right to the top of the beam. And so we have our beam, it's going to sit on that. And we need to get a measurement that goes right to the very roof to get that total dimension. And, oh, hey, I'm going to jump up on the scaffolding here, Matt. 140 5/8. Okay?
Okay.
Now the PSL doesn't compress. So when we do cut that, 140 5/8. Let's find a marker and get that written down before we forget.
Okay.
When we go and sledgehammer it in, if we're even just a little bit too long, it's not gonna work. It won't compress under the load. It'll lift the roof off the house. So we got an option. We can go 140 and 5/8,
Yeah.
which is perfect, which is gonna be hard, or we can go 140 and a half, and then go with some shims to fill the gap. And then we take the pressure off. It's always easier to shim.
Okay, I like that. I
think if we
idea
go
of
140
and a half.
and a half,
Okay.
take that extra 1/8 off. Give us room to drop it in without.
Okay, I'm gonna run up just to make sure that we're touching all the way down, because it doesn't look like we're touching over here. Maybe some of the rafters are different heights.
How about your side?
We're touching here, we're touching here, we're touching here, we're touching this side.
Really?
Yeah, so the roof line is kind of like this.
I think it maybe does a bit of
It
this
does a
too.
little bit of that, yeah. So it's an older home. If anything, it'll settle itself onto this beam. So if it does want to drop a little bit, once it's shimmed, it's going to be totally fine, right?
Well, we're going to be putting 2x10 laminate, and they're on a hanger,
Yeah.
so it'll all end up getting tied together anyway. Mm-hmm. So I don't think we make an issue of it.
No, I think if we shim, I'd rather have the house settle into the position that we have the beam in than us moving the entire house up to slam it in. You know what I mean? That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's just
I think we
cut it at 140
I'm totally
and a
in
half.
agreement. Like,
Yeah.
because the weight of the roof isn't going to sit on that beam. It's going to sit on the 2x10s that we're putting on it, and then into those hangers.
Perfect.
So
That's
we're
fine.
going to transfer the load into our hangers before we're done here.
Yeah.
So I think we're fine.
Yeah.
All right. 140 and a half is almost 12 feet. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Not that heavy.
No, it's covered in staples, that's all. Bloody thing, eh?
Okay, just get it there. I got it. Okay, I got the whole thing.
We go like that.
Yeah, I got the whole thing.
Okay, walk it right in.
But I'm thinking, should we just go down?
Just got to get under the rafter.
Okay, I'll just set it down here. Okay, I'm gonna go down and
You're gonna go down inside.
lift it up. Okay, so talk about our plan here. You're good to go straight up, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just gonna shimmy it to your right a bit here.
Yep.
Okay, I got the whole weight.
So let's go 3 feet,
Okay,
and then we'll reset. Okay.
okay.
All right. There. Okay, I'm reset. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Up. Resetting. And then.
Okay, we are on the plate here.
Okay, hold on. Take it off the plate and down. And now up. Are you on the plate?
Yeah.
Okay. Go to your right about a couple of inches.
Okay, from here we tap it with hammers.
I am just making contact with the beam now.
Okay,
Oh, that's beautiful.
hold it there. I'm gonna grab a hammer.
Yeah, yeah. Now, if you remember, the reason we're using this is because it's 3.5 inches thick, same as the 2x4 wall, and it's wide enough to carry the load of the entire beam. This is all engineered. The other option was 2x6s, and it'd be a stack, like 5 or 7 of them. But then my wall would have a bump out. And since we're going open concept, the bump out couldn't be buried. Okay, what are you hitting that for?
I'm tapping it onto the plate more.
Okay.
Okay. Are you looking at the level? Because that moved a little bit.
It did, but we can always hammer it back. You're still okay.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, that's done. That's not going anywhere. We got a sledgehammer around?
Yeah, my right arm.
Well,
What are we trying to do?
I like how the beam and the posts are almost flush there,
Okay.
but the top is sticking into the building too much.
The top of this.
So the beam itself needs to go over with that post. You see that raise off the 2x4? You see that gap?
That 2x4 is also bowed in, by the way. This 2x4 here,
This,
it's also severely bowed.
is it really?
Oh yeah.
Oh dear Lord.
So when it comes to, we could tap this part out. This side of the PSL could come toward me.
I think that maybe it's just got a bit of a twist.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about we do that?
Okay.
Okay. Here it comes. How are we looking?
We're still not there.
Okay. Okay, I'm at the point now. It's just ricocheting back.
Yeah, I'm still way off. Yep, I'm still way proud. So like, yeah. So hit your 2 studs, but not the one that's all messed up. And pull them tight until the board is like pinched. There you go. That's what we're looking for. So even ignoring the fact that that gap is out.
Well, this should pull the PSL towards the outside of the house.
You would think, eh? But it won't.
It did a little bit.
Did it?
Yep.
But it's still sitting on weight, right?
Yeah.
So then what we do
Okay.
is we can just go like this. And the right and left seem to pivot independently. All right.
Okay, so we got to tap it over now a couple 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the sledge from the other end, and we just disengage this jack. Because now that's permanent holding that weight,
I got you.
okay?
Okay.
And that's one less moving part,
Sweet.
okay?
Yep.
So we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna disengage the gas lift, and that's it,
All right.
okay?
Hang out right here.
It can hang out there just fine, and we'll set this up. We can use it again if we need to.
Okay.
All right? That's just really hard to know where the end of the house is because it's cardboard sheathing. That's not helping us at all. And I don't think that wall was ever flat. So between the twisted lumber and section and the side section being disconjointed, they have the ability to move independently. Everything's just a little wonky. So now the PSL is in there, we're realizing the beam came in a little bit too deep. All right.
You want to tap it or you want me to?
Oh God, you're gonna have a lot more success than I will up there.
Okay.
I mean,
Just let me know when I'm good.
yeah. Give it a couple of small shots and see if it moves at all for you.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
Budging?
Okay, so here's what's happening.
Yeah.
The PSL is deflecting with the hit.
Yeah.
So I think what it needs then is I got to be on the roof with the hammer. We got to do this in sync so that when your shot goes that way, I'm hitting the PSL the other direction.
Okay.
So, because all you're getting is the whole beam moves and comes back.
Okay.
All right?
If we're going to do that, then I'll tap 3 times in rhythm,
Yeah.
and then we hit on 4, and then 5, 6.
And we'll just do it until we get there and I'll scream stop.
Okay, you got your phone on you?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to tap 3 times, and then we hit on the 4th.
Okay.
And we'll hit 4 times and then reconvene. All right?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
What happened?
One more tap. It's almost freaking perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, we'll hit once.
Yep. Done.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy. That's it.
Sweet.
Wow. You know what? From up here,
Yeah.
that beam needs a lot of shimming.
So So we're hitting the low rafters, eh?
Yeah, one rafter is like an inch lower than some of these other ones.
That's about it.
It's in there.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave this out so it can't accidentally disengage. We gotta get a measurement, we gotta cut it. Okay. All right, now we got special brackets for mounting all this. But the first thing we want to do is take the weight off the 4x4.
It's for all the marbles.
That's what I'm talking about. This should be rather uneventful. Ready? And that's it.
Huh.
All right. Done. And done.
We did it.
Nobody wants to stand under the beam now, do they? All right, guys, so it's next day. We got a plumbing inspection coming, and the plumbers are working in the house. Just finishing some things up. We're finishing the next step of the beam. Now that we've got the weight on the post, we've laminated the post on each side, 2x4 all the way to the surface, all the way to the top, sorry. And what that is that protects the beam from rollover from like seismic events or if a plane flies into the roof. It's a really low risk issue, but they want to have that in there so that in the event of an earthquake, they can't disengage. And here we go. Now we've got to deal with this. Once we get all the rafters out of here, this wall surface goes all the way up. And the end truss on the gable side is actually on the flat, okay? So we have to build this up. So we've ripped down a bunch of 1/2-inch plywood. We're going to laminate all of this structural members here, and then new 2x4 over top of that, follow the same design. That way we have a cavity we can fill with the spray foam, and then we're flush all the way to the ceiling. So cutting these rafters is a two-step process. One, this is my angle from the rafters to the ceiling. From the beam to the existing rafters, that's my angle. So we're just gonna cut the end first. Ooh, that's a sexy line right there. And bring that over. All right. Now the nature of what we're doing, because we're using a joist hanger, we don't have to be perfect. So we're cutting every one of these exactly the same, 155. And the hope is that we can square off the whole building. So far it's working. There we go. We'll set the blade up. When you're doing something like this, you want to make sure you're right on your line, and then the teeth are right on your line before you start. And then once you're in the wood, all you do is focus right here. Okay? Now, we're 155, so imagine this is at the top of the peak. 155 is the measurement we're working with. Here we go, 155, and we want to mark the top right there. And remember, this is basic geometry. When you've got something that's parallel, okay, whatever the angle is at one side is exactly the same at the other. So we take the same angle finder that's been set. We started our cut line, 155, and we follow that line as well. This is as simple as it gets. All you gotta do is get up on the ladder, push this in, get the right angle, tighten it up, and then you've got your angle set for the rest of your day. There we go. Get the blade in position. All right, let's deliver it. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then I'm gonna have my skylight right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because we're gonna double that up for the side of the skylight because we have to put cross bracing and interrupt the other. Wow. 5. 5! Joe, I gotta get 5. Okay, let's do this.
All right. Yeah, but
Gotta go down and over.
I'm up.
Come to me just a touch. Okay. Yeah. Let me just get this started here. All right. All right. It's all you. And there you go.
Had to throw one for good luck.
Yeah?
You know what? I can't even see what I'm doing here.
Let's get it started and then we'll lift it. All right. Push it over to the right. There you go. Oh, nicely compressed, my friend. There we go.
Oh, we're doubling it up?
Doubling this one.
I don't think it is.
Yes.
It's the next one.
We're doubling it. 7'5". And remember, this is the proposed end of the door. Okay? And so the middle of the skylight is somewhere over here.
Oh, okay.
7'5". There's 7'5.5", which is dead center, is right here. So if that's center, this one's redundant. That means my window is going to be 30.5, so boom, about there. Oops. And so, because the rafter's there already, if I double this one, my skylight ends up being within an inch of the actual proposed dimension, and I'm more than fine with that.
Okay.
We're just going to gut this place. Yeah. All right. Well, buddy, there we go. Did it. That's your first beam renovation?
That was the coolest framing job I think I ever did.
Really? Eh?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were here for it,
Me too.
because this is pretty extreme. We have a few pieces of hardware we got to get on. A couple of fasteners and that sort of thing. I think at the end of the day, she's solid as a rock. Great view. This is going to work. Thanks a lot. Guys, hey, what can I say? The two of us did this by ourselves. We pulled it off. We got her done. Seemed
Yeah.
that kind of relatively painless too.
Yep.
We got lucky too, because the beam was perfectly parallel with that outside wall. So that made for really quick work. 2 days of reframing, cutting out the truss after the beam goes in. That was quick. I wouldn't have thought it would have been that fast. But I'm pleased. Anyway, if you enjoyed watching this process, then give us a thumbs up, okay? We want to hear some feedback. Jump in the comment section and let us know the style of video. It's a little different. This isn't so much a how-to as a what we did. So let us know. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notification. That's it for us today from brand new vaulted ceiling, DIY. Cheers to next time.